What's up, beautiful neighbors? In this video, we're going to talk about the Netflix stock and if a long-term growth investor or any long-term investor should invest in Netflix stock or not. So let's get into it. Before we get into actual podcast, I wanted to talk about the financials and the P ratios and stuff like that for Netflix because since we record our podcast live, I wasn't really able to talk about that. So let's get into it. So with Netflix, you can see the PE ratio right here is 121, which I think is extremely overvalued, especially for the cases that I will make during the podcast. Now, after looking at the PE ratio of the Netflix stock, 121, let's look at the financials. Boom, balance sheet, boom. So here, as you can see, they have cash and cash equivalents of around $3.8 billion. No short-term or long-term investments. But now, if we look at their, long-term debt, you can see it's around $10.3 billion. Which I think it's, even though it's a growth company, for a stock like Netflix, it is a bad balance sheet. Now let's look at the income statement. So even though their income statement has been steadily increasing year over year, I think within 1 or 2 years it will start to decrease. So as I was saying, even though their income statement, their gross profit has been increasing like really extremely well year over year, I think it's gonna start to go down. And that combined with an extremely high PE ratio of 121, it's just not a good investment I just don't think it's a good investment for any investor with right mind. So now, let's get into the podcast, talk about why I think the gross profit is going to go down and why I think it is a bad company to put your money in for the long term. For the short term, you can probably make money. But before we get into the podcast, please like the video, hit the big thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and subscribe as well, because it will help us grow a lot. Thank you very much. Right now, we're going to discuss the recent Netflix stock crash. Well, I don't know when this video is going to be up. It's probably going to be up in 2 weeks, so it's not going to be recent anymore. But that's besides the point, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I'm going to go over why the Netflix stock crashed. So
background history.
Number one reason why Netflix stock crashed is because they lost 250,000 American subscribers. And America is their growth engine. Is their profit engine. That's the only thing that's making them enough money that they can keep surviving. North America in general, and Europe a little bit. But that's beside the point. And internationally, they missed their increase of subscriber count by 1.2 million. What do you guys think about that?
What? Disney Plus, bro.
So
Apple
crazy.
Plus. Too much competition. There are so many options now, or are coming up. I mean, Netflix is there's nothing new with it. They need to innovate.
In my opinion, I don't know why any investor is in Netflix stock.
Yeah.
If you think about Apple TV and Disney TV, you get so much. If you want to just be a Netflix version of Apple TV and Disney TV or Amazon Prime TV, you buy into a company that has so much diversification other than just relying on subscribers
For a show is on
for
movies.
to make money.
Exactly, because if
Like-
you look at actually, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so there is no diversification there at all.
Mhm.
What Netflix is hoping is they just keep putting out these Netflix original shows, spending millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, and hoping that these shows will become another Stranger Things or will be as good as Game of Thrones, and then that will hopefully bring them more subscribers. Which, the chance of that happening is so little. So if you are an investor, why are you even in the Netflix stock? Forget about the FANG.
Miami don't exist. It's just F-A.
Get the fuck out.
It's F-A-A-G. It's a fag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
20 years from now, if you ever become famous and successful, someone will put out this video.
I'm predicting.
And look at back end, like he said the word fag, he's gonna sue you. And then if you're a CEO,
No, I'm talking about F-A-A-G, which is a
fog. It's not
fog.
Don't get it wrong, man.
Right.
We don't want anyone out here getting
It's actually an Indian word.
Right. I can't pronounce anything properly.
Yeah.
So, that's an Indian word. Back to my nation. But forget about that. The Netflix stuff. My prediction with Netflix is it's not even gonna last 10 more years. In 10 more years, Netflix is gonna start losing so much money because there's so much other competition and there's so many other companies that have so much money to invest. Like think about Amazon Prime. How much money Amazon has to invest in their shit, right? Mm-hmm. Think about Apple TV, how much money they have to invest in their Apple TV, right? Think about Disney Plus. Disney already has some fantastic shows, right? All the superhero shows you see on Netflix is owned by Disney. When Disney Plus comes through, all them shits is gonna go bye-bye from Netflix. And people are gonna switch over to Disney.
I feel like Netflix, the only way for Netflix to survive is to merge with another big name. They have to merge.
What I'm predicting is gonna happen to Netflix in the future is Netflix is gonna get bought out by one of the other top 10 big companies. When Netflix stock gonna go down, right now it's at like 300 I think or 200 something.
Sell it.
It's gonna go down to like 150, 100, because they're just gonna keep missing the revenue numbers, the subscriber numbers, growth numbers. It's not gonna be a growth stock anymore. It's actually gonna be a loss stock.
Loser.
There might be viewers who are really into the Netflix stocks and all.
Well, it sucks
Well,
to be that.
well,
No more
pull out your money.
We respect you, just so you know.
Yeah,
just being
100%.
very
All respect.
open on our opinions.
But I'm just telling you what I personally think. What I think is Netflix is gonna get bought out by Facebook
Nah.
or Google.
Nah, not Facebook. Not
Facebook or Google.
I don't see Facebook going
No. Think about this: how powerful it would be. Facebook has a
Facebook
VR.
is already
Facebook
too
has a VR.
They have a currency coming out.
I know.
If they get approved.
They have a VR thing, right? That they have. Fuck, I forget the VR company's name.
Oh, Oculus Rift?
Oh yeah, Oculus Rift.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how to say that.
They have Oculus Rift, number one.
Uh-huh.
And Facebook has Instagram and Facebook itself.
What's
Right?
that?
So now imagine like
Actually,
you're
Netflix. Holy
now
shit.
imagine you're on Netflix.
Yeah.
Facebook owned it, and now you're just watching the show and you're like,
I don't
oh
think
shit,
people will do that.
Yo, this episode is so fucking fire. Let me post it on my IG story.
Oh, yeah.
So many people are gonna go watch that
I can
episode.
see a link.
Let me-
I don't.
Or let me go post it, like share with all my friends or post it on my timeline.
You
Like,
Google,
imagine-
I can see Google doing that. You know, it's just click.
I think Google already has YouTube, and Google is trying to make a YouTube TV.
Yeah,
Right.
Or YouTube TVs and all
Right.
that too.
And YouTube Music, so I think Spotify is out of the equation too now.
No,
Because
wow.
YouTube Music soon.
As
Think
Apple
about
Music,
think about it
I
20
am
years from now.
thinking about it.
And Apple Music. Once Apple Music actually starts putting money in there, and Google Music starts putting money in there, it's game over. And guess what? On YouTube, there's like all the random songs that they're not on Spotify,
They're not on Apple Music.
but they are on Google.
They are on Google.
On
SoundCloud.
YouTube Music.
So if anyone out here trying to get their songs out, start making them now. SoundCloud guys.
On YouTube Music, so that's the power. So Netflix and Spotify stocks are
That's
both
gonna be rough.
are gonna go in the trash.
That's
And
gonna be
Netflix is probably gonna get bought out by Facebook, in my opinion, or they're just gonna go bankrupt. that's another.
But even if Facebook buys them, what is Facebook gonna do?
no, Facebook
they're
can
gonna-
make
they're
so
gonna
much
have-
money from it.
They're gonna have to invest way more money in it to make
Right,
money,
but once it becomes a
Because there has to be a reason why people have to be subscribed to the Netflix, right?
right, but I don't know. The reason I think people will be subscribed to Netflix is because, like, let's say I'm watching the Netflix show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I found it really interesting. And since it's connected to Facebook and Instagram, I just share it with you. and you're like, yo, what is this show that my friend keeps
Facebook.
saying is really good.
Yeah, Facebook will
So
provide
you go
convenience.
just buy like 1 month subscription or whatever, try it, and you're like, oh shit, I like this show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it. So that's
I don't think that'll happen. I'll tell you why. Because a company like Netflix would not risk
And-
its
right.
reputation with a reputation on Facebook.
and Facebook has really good reputation.
Man, Facebook has really bad reputation.
What are you talking? Other than the privacy,
Yeah,
shit that happened recently.
It's been happening.
Other than that, Facebook has good reputation. You still
No,
use
they don't.
Instagram is the
No, they
most
don't.
used platform in the world.
Yeah, they are.
Facebook is the most used platform in the
Yes,
world.
they are.
WhatsApp has
I'm just saying,
1.4 billion active users.
I'm not telling you, man. They're putting the numbers for it, and they will keep putting the numbers for it.
And
But
they
man-
have Oculus Rift. Now imagine watching Stranger Things in VR.
There you go. Okay, now I'm sold.
Now
I
think
can
about
see,
that.
You
yeah.
can see Amazon doing that too.
Think about that.
You can see
I think I'm
Google,
Apple,
100% Google VR. has
Apple
it.
doing that.
You can see Sony doing that. Imagine Sony and Netflix.
Yeah.
No, next thing is gonna be VR. Start investing in VR
Yeah.
and AR stocks from
I
now.
agree with that.
20 years from now,
VR.
I'm telling y'all,
No,
y'all that
we don't need to
millionaires.
let us know. We agree with you.
VR, AR, and 5G, of course,
Yeah.
and
5G.
autonomous driving,
Okay.
and electric
So
cars.
basically Tesla.
No, not yeah.
Anything futuristic, guys. Anything you don't know jack shit about, just put your money in.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. But what I was gonna say. So yeah, I think Netflix is gonna go bankrupt if it doesn't get bought out.
It will merge.
It will have no other option other than get bought out by another company
Yeah.
or officially declare bankruptcy. There's too much competition for Netflix.
What you know what would be surprising is
Wait. Let me just say one more thing and then you can say your thing. There's way too much competition for Netflix and there is no innovation in that field. Like, there is like, they just keep putting movies.
what are they
How
gonna
much
do?
innovation
not-
they're going to do?
Yeah, there is no innovation happening there.
But how
So
much
that's
you
why-
can think that
You want that
Right,
to
so
come out of the
no,
screen.
that's what I'm
So-
saying. Because of there's no
Only
innovation
beyond-
happening,
yeah.
they can't progress, right?
Yeah.
That means all these people, all these other companies with big money,
Mm-hmm.
is gonna take over the competition, and Netflix is gonna go bye bye.
Do you guys think?
So, what the thing is that if Netflix keeps coming with these good shows,
Right.
they're gonna keep the subscribers there.
But how? But okay, so Netflix is just one, and there are like 6 other
Okay.
things that come up with really good shows.
Netflix for it to be what they're gonna have to evolve as a company.
Right.
For it, they're gonna. I mean, evolve. They're gonna have to be like a major studio.
Yeah.
And I mean, major studios. They need to get out here in theaters. But do theaters even have a future themselves?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
Just
so
like how
either.
malls are shutting down,
DVDs.
theaters are gonna shut
You know,
down.
now
But
people
theaters
say,
are gonna become a thing once again in 20 years from now.
No, theaters are
Theater
a
sales are
unique
going-
example.
Theater sales keep
Because
going
the
down
new
so much.
generation does not really care about it.
Exactly.
Right, it's the new generation
Go
is what's
online and
happening.
search, find everything.
But
Or
it's like-
Netflix.
It's like saying if you want to buy something expensive, like maybe the ticket prices are just gonna go up, and people who appreciate this type of stuff are gonna go and enjoy that, right?
No, it's all about convenience. If you think about where the world is heading nowadays, everything is about
People
convenience.
want
Think about
things
Amazon.
fast and
Think
convenient.
about Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Why do you have
Fast and
Amazon Prime?
convenient.
1-day delivery, right to your door.
yeah.
Groceries, Walmart
Anything.
groceries, everything
You
delivered
always
right to
can
your
leave your
door.
house to go to the theater.
Everything
Exactly.
is becoming about convenience.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is about convenience. That's why movies, theaters are gonna go out of business. That's why people are not going to malls as often.
Here at least, in third world countries.
And
I mean,
those-
sorry, in first world countries.
Yeah.
not third. In first world countries. The third world countries, that's a different story. I think if
also-
you build a theater there, you'll make a fortune.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh my